Well, okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and hope you're well. Hi, hey, how are you doing over there? Well, I said I'm just going to come on very quickly because something is happening in the UK here. Just as we are about to embark on a season of everyone getting ready to really break out July the 4th, where it's going to be like Independence Day, where everybody's getting back on the track, easing off the lockdown. What we're hearing is Leicester is going on lockdown. Okay, COVID-19 has not gone anywhere. Okay, COVID-19 has not gone anywhere. Now, I don't know how you been at this time, whereby how you are with the whole lockdown. Are you ready for the easing? Have you been eased away from the whole process? Are you getting back to work? What do you think now when you hear about what is happening in Leicester? I was reading something today, and I saw it on BBC. What it has said is that Leicester has become the first city in the UK to be put under a local lockdown as the government seeks to curb the rise of coronavirus in the city. Right? Citywide lockdown. This reminds me a bit of recently in Jamaica, whereby they actually locked down aspects of Jamaica because of coronavirus. One would seem that it is starting all over again. Is that the case? Or so? Don't know. Are people actually maybe taking it serious? Are people actually thinking that it is gone? I've looked around and I've seen the level of what should I say? I would say the lack of social distancing. I've been around, and one would say that there's this lack of social distancing at this time. I don't know if you sense that, if it is that is what you see there, but there seems to be a lack of social distancing. Right? It has moved from 2 meters, I believe, to I think let's say 1 meter or so. But the key thing, and what is very interesting, is that this is something which is out there. This is something which has not gone anywhere. Has not gone anywhere. Because as I look at the article here, I don't know what you think about this. Yeah, Health Secretary Matt Hancock said restrictions on daily life would tighten for those in the East Midlands, the city, and its surrounding area. What are these lockdown rules in Leicester? All non-essential shops will close from Tuesday, which Mr. Hancock said will be enforced by law this week. Schools will close from Thursday and will not reopen until next term. However, they will stay open for vulnerable children and children of critical workers. People should avoid all but essential travel to and from and within Leicester, and should stay at home as much as you can. Lockdown, lockdown. It's not over yet. It's not over. Now, what do we do? How will you and how will we actually go through this process at this time? I think just keep the same momentum. Maintain the 2 meters. Go about and be very prudent. Be very prudent as one go about their business at this time. I popped into a supermarket the other day, not a supermarket, a clothing store, and I was very impressed, I must say. Very impressed. As you walk in there, they give you what do you call it, sanitizers, and that was really good. They actually social distancing when they reach. I think many places still have the 2 meters thing there. Let me just see something. Somebody's trying to get me here. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Many people are still maintaining the same social distancing, and they still have the same sort of demarcation line at their different schools and in shop, and I believe that needs to be maintained. Right? In America, you're seeing about a rise in cases in Florida. You're seeing a rise in cases in Texas as well. Fauci said US could see 100,000 COVID cases per day. Yes, US infection rate is surging with over 40,000 people currently infected every day. Every day. Brazil is at the top of the line. Top disease researcher doctor said, I told the US Senate that this would not be surprised if new virus cases in the country reach 100,000 per day. Even in Jamaica, what they're talking about when they're opening up the tourist industry with planes. Don't want to give wrong news or so, but there have been few cases of people coming in. They say, clearly, we're not in control right now. That's what Fauci said. It testified one that not enough Americans are wearing masks or social distancing. Right? New York governor said nearly half of all Americans must self-quarantine if they visit the state. Cases rose by more than 40,000 in one day for the fourth time in the past 5 days. The surge, which is occurring particularly strong in southern and western states, has forced at least 16 states to pause or reverse their reopening plans, according to CNN. Florida, Arizona, Texas, and California are the 4 states referenced by doctors as being most heavily hit currently. Right? Now, even in Jamaica, for visitors going to Jamaica, what they actually say is that depending on the states that they're coming from will determine as well the level of quarantine or so. So the thing is this now. Is it something that one has got to live with? Or is it something that one will have to keep having lockdown every minute? And that's a balancing act now, because it is I would say it's like it is coming across as if to say it is starting all over. I don't know if you sense that. I'm not being a doom-monger or anything like that, but I was wondering if it is coming across as if it is just starting. And when I look back on the report in Leicester, right, and let me see what they're talking about in Leicester here. How does it apply? In addition to the city centre, suburbs of Leicester, such as Oldby, Bristol, and Glenstead, I said Bristol, not Bristol, and Glenfield will be affected by the stricter measures. However, a detailed map of lockdown areas has not currently been released. Leicester City Council released an approximate boundary of the area, and he said it's working on a postcode checker for those who are unsure whether they will be affected by this. Now, so we're back to lockdown, as Rappi did, lockdown, right? The UK first local lockdown has been introduced in Leicester following a spike in coronavirus cases. A spike in coronavirus cases. Someone I was speaking to the other day said, well, listen, I think what we need to do is do exactly what they're talking about. Lock down certain areas instead of locking down every area. So therefore, it seemed like Leicester is the first case whereby they're actually doing this particular lockdown at this time in order to somehow secure certain places. How will the lockdowns be like? In Leicester, it could be similar going back to the UK-wide lockdown introduced at the end of March. Residents will have to stay at home as much as they can, while people in other parts of England will have more freedom. So therefore, at the same time, apparently, they're going to stop people from actually going into Leicester, if anything, right? Non-essential businesses will have to shut again. Just as they're ready and getting ready to start the ball rolling again, they have to shut again. Schools will be closed for all but children of critical workers and those classed as vulnerable, going back again. Local COVID-19 tests will be stepped up. The opening of pubs and restaurants and the relaxation of social distancing across England on July the 4th to 1 meter plus will not apply. In England, July the 14th, the 1 meter will apply, 2 meters will go, but in Leicester, the original rules apply. Non-essential travel to and from within Leicester should be avoided, Health Secretary Matt said, Hancock said. But a future lockdown in another place might be so tough, it will depend on the nature of the coronavirus spike. Closing schools again, if the increase is only seen in the children and teachers, said Dr. McDermott, clinical lecturer in infectious disease at King's College London. Right? So why are Leicester? So therefore, I think the question now is this. How do you see coronavirus now? Yeah. How do you actually consider this as one go about their business at this time? How do you want to and will you manage this whole new normalcy? Because it seems that it is still there in the air somewhere and actually lurking to actually jump out. That's why they say stay alert. Stay alert at this time. I believe personally that there should be effective social distancing taking place still. I believe as well what should happen is that people should wear masks. I believe as well people should be maintaining a level of caution, not actually going about as if to say it is normal. It is not normal, right? This thing is out there and it kills. It may be with us for a while, may not be. But I believe what should happen is that people need to exercise caution. Young people, actually, I believe what I understand, is back again, taking it easy and going about their business as well. Well, who knows what will happen, right? I don't know. Black and minority ethnic, the word I hate, or the term I hate, or black people, they said, are more prone to get COVID-19. Well, what does that say? Don't know what does that say. No, that is just going around in circles. What does that really mean? Is it because people are actually working on the front line? Or is it that there's something in the DNA system of black people that maybe they're affected more? What is it really? Right? But the question is to be considered at this time as to why Leicester. I never heard of any major demonstration in Leicester, did you? What about in Bournemouth, where people gathered so much? What about even the demonstration? Well, think about that regarding the demonstration. Think about it for a second. People traveled from many places at the same time during the demonstration of recent days. People traveled very far. And if people traveled very far, there's a possibility that they all went back to wherever they came from. And actually, this could be it, or it could not be. Track and trace. Track and trace, what Dr. David and Burton and I spoke about at the time. Track and trace could be the way that one can see. I mean, people are actually seeing things coming up on their phone. People are seeing things coming up on their phone. And actually, it is there as an app. Is it good or is it bad? Personally speaking, if one is thinking about saying that there's too many eyes upon you, trust me, one more eye won't make a big difference, right? Track and trace could be good, whereby if somebody has COVID and they're around close by you and they found out, it's good to know, especially when you're a responsible person, you've got your families, you've got to make sure at some point that they are protected. You've got to lead from the front. So therefore, it's going to be a difficult call at this time when it comes on to COVID-19, right? So ladies and gentlemen, stay safe out there and be aware, stay alert, control the virus, and because people have sort of relaxed a bit, and I believe that maybe it is a bit premature at this time because it is going around and around and around, and it's not the end of the day as yet. Okay, I'll speak to you some other time. Have a good night. God bless.